Magenta viewers, this is Avindian welcoming you to a brand new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 20, where we won 102 games last year and didn't make it out of the ALCS. We've played for 12 years now. We are arguably one of the best managers in Major League history, but we still can't break through. Now, we're reaching the point where I don't know. We'll keep going. The first most important decision to make this season is what we do with our manager spot. We have a couple of options. We could promote Gene Mauch. Gene Mauch is really good at development. He doesn't get along well with everyone, but he gets along kind of well with other players. So that's an option. We could also promote Ray Gibson. Now, Ray Gibson has been, was previously our bench coach. We sent him down to Double-A, and he's been a pretty good manager. But he wouldn't have the best relationship. The other possibility is to hire a new manager. If we quickly take a look here, there's Kurt Swats. First of all, I like the name. He's a two-time World Series winner. He gets along really well with just about everyone. Except Steve Trout and weirdly Terry Poole. I wonder if he's the kind of guy that leans heavily toward veterans. Yep, that's his issue. So there's something to be said for that option. You know what? Let's go ahead and hire him. I think that's the best choice, is to bring him in. He gets along well with people, although hopefully not shut us out of certain free agents, which has been a problem for us for a while. I think we need to increase our ticket price. I know I keep going to the Yankees, but the Yankees are charging over $4 a game. And they're still pretty good in attendance. So, I'm going to go... You know what? $2.50. Okay. Let's check our salary arbitration. Okay, no one is eligible. Now here's a question. Of the two, I'd probably bring Bert Hooton back before I'd bring back Charlie Huff. But both were really good last year. I don't mind losing most of these guys. I'll offer them minor league extensions, but if they don't want them, they don't want them. That's fine. The thing is, though, we could get even better. So let's look at our rotation right now. We've got Hooton, Kane, Huff, Trout, and Redfern. We traded Bert Blyleven last year. Do we have anyone in the minors who appears to be a relatively decent starter? And the answer to that is no. We have to bring back Hooton or Huff, and I think I'd rather bring back Hooton. And then we'll probably try to acquire a quality fifth starter either in the draft or in free agency. I think that's fair. I think that's a good use of our talent and our money. Oh, that's right. This was Terry Poole's year to just be fucking amazing. So that's a thing that happened. So we're gonna offer Bert Hooton a new deal and see how much money he wants a year. He wants a lot of fucking money. And this would pretty much nuke my ability to sign people in the future. Charlie Hough wants less money, but is still quite expensive. I'll tell you what, Bert. Here's my offer to you. No opt-out. 5 years, 2 team options. Because there's a problem, bro. You're already in your 30s. And if you've got a rubber arm, great. You'll be worth it. But if you don't, you could flame out quite quickly. Make this one a team option, no opt-out. He really wants that player opt-out. Would you do this? Oh god, he's so expensive. Can I get you to shave a couple hundred, $100,000 off of each year, and then you can opt into an even bigger deal that I can immediately team option out? No. Here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about him saying at the age of 33, if he gets worse, oh look, I have absolutely no reason not to opt back into this contract, then I'm stuck with him for 2 more years. I'll tell you what. If you give me a team option in year 5, I will sign this deal. Okay. Fine. We've got a new manager. I want to bring my pitching coach back. We'll think about what we want to do for bench coach next year. Good. No one is allowed to make more money than me. I could always go up to free agency filings. Because the thing is, I didn't have... Okay, awesome. Hey, they both took minor league deals. Gold glove for Terry Poole. And the fans are pretty pumped about Bert Hooton coming back. I'm so totally getting screwed on this in a certain sense. Because he quite clearly had a career year. With the lowest ERA in the league and the most wins. But I also can't afford not to sign him. It's just too hard to find quality starting pitching. So. Wonder if Hooton got the Cy Young. I bet he did. Silver Slugger. Bill Madlock. Okay. I forgot about J.R. Richard. Yeah, Bert Hooton was universally the Cy Young winner. And Les Kane is trying karaoke. Good for him. Getting J.R. Richard back would be a pretty nice and a pretty important boost to the rotation as well, especially if I let Huff walk, which I'm pretty sure I will. Please don't make me stop on salary arbitration hearings day when I don't have any. Oh, I need to put him back on the main roster. That's fine. I would like to pick up a couple more starters. Okay, free agents have filed. Lovely. Problem is I have very little money. So we're just going to wait, actually. I'm not going to bother signing anyone. And I'm gonna hope that our our owner rather, gives us a bit more cash. Which they do sometimes after the preseason. But this is just gonna be. I just don't have the money. And I don't think there's even any salaries I could dump reasonably. I'm overpaying a fair few players. There's no dispute about that. I'm not going to pick up Maddox's option. Despite his stellar wow, he's actually not even that great at defense. He doesn't hit enough. And he's not even that great at defense anymore. So yeah, he's an obvious choice to shed some payroll. Poole's going to want arbitration. We'll have to think about that. I hope Spire doesn't opt out. I can't remember if last year was the opt-out year or if this year's his opt-out year. No, the end of this season. Because I don't have a replacement for him. Like, not remotely close. And that's one of our biggest weaknesses right now as a team. Is that we just have not built up that strong farm system because we've been so close to the top for so long. We've not gotten those really good draft picks that we can use to restock our farm system. And when I've been trading, I've mostly been trading for established players, which is part of the issue. Now, I do have Dave Winfield again. He was a late addition to the team. He's expensive, but I think he'll be worth it, and he'll provide us much needed stability to the designated hitter position. Wasn't actually that great for us in the stretch, but I think we can hopefully expect for better going forward. Gamble was good, Fisk was good, Gross was real good. Stenat and Spire both did their things. This is still an excellent team. Even if we don't spend a lot of money or a lot of energy on upgrades. I don't know why I torment myself. These are literally players we're never going to see the light of day. Not for us, anyway. Because they're not going to be there by the time I get to pick. Alright, what do we got in the Hall of Fame? Ken Boyer, yes. I'm going to keep voting for Bob Friend, although it seems like people won't recognize his superior performance because of his losing record. Those people are wrong, though. I'll throw a vote for Larry Jackson. Definitely Juan Marichal. I don't think I'd vote for Veda Pinson. Like, if he got in, it wouldn't upset me, but his numbers don't seem to be that impressive. He's not even as good as the average Hall of Fame center fielder, but he's close. Yeah, so his real-life stats are actually much higher than this. Because he played for longer. It looks like he got victimized a bit by injuries. Oh yeah, look at this. The last 4 years of his career were pretty much just a waste. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think I'd vote for Pinson. You gotta love Brooks Robinson. It's required by law. And I think that's reasonable. Keep the ballot relatively short. I don't think Bob Friend has a snowball's chance in hell of making it, which is actually kind of a shame, but it's whatever. Now, so if we look at our team again, the good news is most of our players are in or around their prime, which means dramatic declines shouldn't be in the near future. But the bad thing about our team is that we don't have anyone that we should really expect to see significant improvement from. Now, if we keep cranking this out year after year, we'll still be very competitive. But there's nobody here that says, aha, I had a bad year, watch me bounce back. Except for maybe Dave Winfield. But I mean, Poole's the youngest player, and made like was like a quantum leap's worth better than he ever had been in the past. I mean, he was a much better hitter. He even hit for a bit of power. He set career highs in virtually every field. And he played real good left field. Look, guys, we cannot, and nay, we should not, expect this performance from him again. I don't think he's got it in him. But I do think we should see a 4-win player for at least another couple of years. That I buy. And we'll go right up to the first-year player draft. That's another problem with the draft, too, though, is that we're drafting for the present, we're not drafting for the future. And that's going to get harder and harder as time progresses. Let's get us a draft. Oh, Ricky Henderson must not have signed last year. Hasn't he tried 2 years in a row and hasn't gotten signed? Oh, no, it was just the 1 year. Okay. Yeah, we're dead last. We're 29. There's no way in hell that I'm going to get within sniffing distance. I wonder why Toronto didn't get their pick back. Unless, you know, I wasn't paying attention. I wonder if Toronto didn't sign their first round pick the year before either. Huh. Alright. Let's take a moment to gaze upon the players we'll never actually get to use. Like Cal Ripken Jr., Ricky Henderson, even Gary Gaetti and Brett Butler are probably way out of our price range in terms of drafting. Let's just go ahead and draft up to our next pick. And here we have... all players, please. There's a bunch of real good relievers. And one starter, Eric Show. I don't know. It's not that Show's a bad pitcher. It's that I'm not quite sure what, if anything, he actually adds. He's mediocre. Well, mediocrity has value. I don't know that it's more value than, say, a really great reliever or some of these other prospects. I've already got Dave Hostetler. I just call him Wayne Gross. There's taking Dale Berra. Because we do need a shortstop of the future. I don't need a catcher. Juan Bonilla is another banjo hitting second baseman. There's just not much here. I mean, I know I just got through saying how mediocre Eric Show was, but I also can't see an obvious better choice. So I think we take Eric Show. Like, I don't want to. I wish there was a better prospect, but unless I take a reliever, everyone else is worse than him. Oh, God. You're a throwback. You could be a decent junk baller at the back end of the bullpen, but that's about all the future I see for you. Where are my strikeout boys? Shooty Babbitt could be a decent second baseman with a bit of polish to him, so we will go ahead and draft him. I could take Ron Gardenhire. No. What's going to make Babbitt problematic is whether or not he develops the ability to hit for average. If he does, I think he'll hit well enough to justify his glove. Howard Bailey. This is a really uninspired draft class. Like, I don't even care anymore. I'll take Marty Bystrom just because I want at least one more starting prospect, but he's not that good. But you know what? He is a big dude. He's a real big dude, which means he could start putting heat on his fastball. Bystrom is a perfect project for us. I think that's very reasonable. I'll take Howard Bailey with a 4th round pick. I hate picking this low on the draft. But on the one hand, it's good because it shows that we're actually playing quite well. Does anyone left in this draft have even a modicum of offensive talent? The answer to that question is probably no. You know what? I'll take Doug here. And we'll see how he turns out. And then there's literally no one left to draft. So congratulations to us. I think our biggest chance for improvement this year is to hope that the owner opens up his pocketbook and gives us an increase in budget, and then we dumpster dive for a couple of talented pitchers. Because that's maybe the only thing we can do. Our core is extremely expensive, and it's holding us back from making significant improvements. Now, as you guys have said, this team is real good, and improvements may not be necessary. But all it takes is one team having an unusually hot year, and I don't think I can keep up with that. Terry Poole. Would you like to sign a contract extension? You would. You would free up a ton of money. I'm not going to hesitate. Do it. Easy decision. And it'll give us some money to work with about maybe bringing Les Kane back, which we probably will end up doing. But I want to wait till closer to the end of this season, unless he'll give me a discount if I agree now. Oh no, yeah, that's not happening. I'm not almost tripling your salary. That is not a thing. All right. Doug, you can go wherever you go. Show, I'm going to send you to AA. Poole took his extension, as well he should. And we'll go up to the Rule 5 draft. This is also, by the way, a place to grab another starter. Until my pick. I could bring in Ken Holtzman, who's pretty terrible. Yeah, that's the best we can do, so I'm going to say no. Yep. Just won't even bother. Hall of Fame results. Either no one signed Charlie Huff or no one cares about Charlie Huff. Bailey, you're going right to AAA. Shooty is 21. We'll promote him to short season, but that's as high. Marty, I'm going to start you in short season too. Juan Marichal. Oh, I forgot to vote for Harmon Killebrew. Shame on me. There goes Bob Friend. Rip. Oh, there we go. Charlie Huff just signed. The fans apparently don't care. Alright, he has increased my budget, which gives me how many dollars to spend? About 800 grand. Alright, step one. Do we upgrade the lineup? Can we upgrade the lineup? The answer to both questions, I think, is no. Maddox is the only clear area of weakness. I wonder. What kind of trade market is there for him? It's probably not a huge one. It's a pretty unremarkable mix. I could get Burt Blyleven back. No thank you. I mean, there's talent to be had by trading him. Rod Scurry's probably the best of the lot. But we don't have to trade him. And I don't have a ready replacement, which is the bigger issue. So let's check free agency. What's left? I mean... Give me a 3-year deal, Bill, and I will happily sign you. Perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. Do it. A huge upgrade that might not kick in this year, but will certainly... God damn it. Really? Quit changing my scout. Thank you. There's some decent hitters, but hitting's not really what I need to upgrade. Yeah, I'm good. Getting Slay back would honestly be a tremendous boon to this team. An extra top-notch reliever? Even if he doesn't sign. I mean, even if he's injured, we've spent very little money. This is a win-win scenario. If he recovers, we've got an amazing reliever for pennies on the dollar. If he doesn't recover, we're only out a couple $100,000. This is literally what bargain basement shopping is all about. Oh, I'm going to send you right to the 60-day DL. Boom. All right. There is absolutely no reason I can see that we wouldn't make the playoffs again this year, barring significant injuries. And I recognize, by the way, that I just cursed us. But that's alright. That's kind of my thing. I enjoy cursing myself. Alright, spring training question. Redfern and Bumgarten are both pretty shit. Do I give Show a spring training shot? Possibly. Lynch, you had a pretty good year in AA. I would like you to go to AAA and continue to hone your craft. Dibzinski would be a reasonable short-term shortstop, maybe. Bystrom has already gotten a bit better, actually. Huh. How? He improved his stamina, but everything else got worse. Whatever, mate. Wow, you think he should go straight to the majors? I don't agree with that. Everyone else here, I think, is fine. Sprout, go to AAA. Are there real bad relievers? Landreth's pretty shitty, so is Todd. I'm going to give Sproul a spring training shot to see how he develops. I think we'll do the same with Howard Bailey, too. There we go. Because I can easily shed Todd and... how did I even get you? I drafted you. Yeah. Okay. Next month, please and thank you. Oh, there was an update to OOTP, but I didn't actually see what got updated. So... Cleveland signs for 4 years, but who does it sign for 4 years? All right, player development. Trout got a bit worse. Sproul got quite a bit better. Slayback's control improved. Shome actually took a pretty big step forward. Sarmiento got better. Richard got better. Redfern got better. Hooten got worse. Forster got a bit worse. Acquisto got a bit better. Tom Brookins got better. Winfield got better. Okay. Some things happened, and they're more or less acceptable things. So, step one. What do we have too many of? We have 19 pitchers and 13 position players. So we're going to basically be getting rid of 7 pitchers. Landrath, gone. That's one. Todd, I'm going to waive you. I want Sproul to get 1 more year in AAA to see if he can improve his control a bit. But I think he's real close to making the roster. Bailey to the minors. Show added to the roster, and I think we try to make Redfern a long reliever. Geisel demoted. Baumgarten removed. Let him get a chance to pitch every day in the minors? Sure. I still need to get her 1 more pitcher. Like, that was choice is Redfern, but I don't want to waive him because I could lose him. Maybe I'd demote Forster. Maybe I'd trade Forster. Yeah, let's see what kind of prospect I could get for Forster. Nothing. Alright, fine. I could get Fred Lynn. I just don't think he's any good in this time frame anyway. Obviously, the real Fred Lim was quite good, but I don't think ours is all that good. No, I'm not taking on that much salary. I saw Fred Lynn's name. Where's Fred Lynn? I must be blind as a bat. I genuinely don't see him. I remember seeing Fred Lynn up at the top. Maybe I saw Ed Glynn and my brain just turned it into Fred Lynn. I don't know. Oh no, there he is. He's down there. I mean, he's a real good hitter, but he's in the outfield, a position that we've already got plenty of talent in. And he can't play center field either, so he's not really a replacement for Maddox. And his salary's only going to go up. So I think I'd rather take, like, a Jerry Augustine. Or something to that effect. I definitely wanted someone on a minor league deal. So that I can free up the roster spot. Why would I overpay for someone who can't hit? That just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what? Let's check center field. Is anyone actually good at center field? Joe Simpson doesn't embarrass himself at any particular position. As a depth acquisition, I could certainly do worse. Daryl Thomas is a real good center fielder who can't hit. And is also very expensive. Like, a Joel Youngblood would be interesting if he could play center, which he can't. Levito plays center but can't hit. I think I'll take Joe Simpson. Sure. I doubt you'd give me any kind of worthwhile prospect. So I'll just make this deal. Yeah, well, that's life for you. And then once you clear waivers, I'll put you in the minors. So here's our starting 25. Yeah. Lineup is pretty much the same. No changes in the lineup. Pitching staff is pretty much the same, except for Eric Show taking the place of Charlie Huff. So yeah. That's that. Let's quickly check before we end spring training and verify that nobody needs a 40-man spot that doesn't already have one. We are good. Opening day with this team. And we just lost you. I guess Sproul starts in the major leagues after all this year. Welcome to the majors, Bill. Bill, did you blow out his kneecap on purpose so that you could take a spot? That sounds like something one of my players might try. We were tied for the best record in spring training, which means absolutely nothing, but it's still a thing. There is so much minor league talent in the majors, and I have none of it. Oh, Eric Show's the number 10 prospect. I take that back. I would like to see the minor league system report. I'm again in the middle. I don't know how I keep managing this. Like, these teams have shit tons of talent that I would be jealous to have. I don't know if I just draft smarter than the other teams below me, because there's some pretty bad teams that also have bad systems. I'm also fairly good at trading, if I can be somewhat humble. Actually, not at all humble. I'm fairly good at trading, and I think that helps too. Let's play the first month of the season. I do not have a non-roster invitee, do I? Oh, I never put Sproul on the 40-man. Whoopsie. Done. Thank you for stopping me, game. Yeah, Todd, you can go to AAA. Like, I could obviously do better than Roke. Like, a lot better than Roke. Why is he even on the team? No. Go away. I'm gonna take that guy I traded for and put him on the roster. You, guy I traded for. I don't remember your name. There you are. Welcome to the Major, Simpson. Because Roke is literally the worst. And you can at least not embarrass yourself in center if we need a backup. Okay. Oh no, don't take Jorge Roque. No. Fine. Alright. Demote Sproul. Promote Slayback. And bam! Look at that upgrade to the bullpen. Potentially. God damn it, Shooty. I mean, okay, maybe I should have expected that. The guy's name was Shooty after all. But what? Why are you going to play basketball? You're 5'8". Like, juniors in high school can dunk on you. Man, you made the wrong choice, Shooty. You made the wrong fucking choice. Whatever, mate. I would say I'm not going to judge you, but I'm definitely judging you right now. Good week for J.R. Richard. And Ricky Selheimer is crushing it in A-ball. Good for him. So, very little at bats. We're not scoring runs. Because no one's hitting for power, like, at all. That's weird. That's super weird. That's going to fix itself. I refuse to believe that any of these players will end with this few homers. Pretty much everyone looks like shit except for J.R. Richard. And Bill Slayback. But we'll get that sorted, I'm sure. Alright. We're not even 100 at-bats into the season yet, so I don't think it's really fair to really make any judgments about the team yet. Let's go ahead and take it to the end of May. Oh boy, he's eligible to come off. I don't know what to do. Like, Don Ossie is clearly a pretty good reliever. And he's better than at least 2 pitchers on the roster right now. But I just know if I whip Sarmiento, someone's going to take him. And Sarmiento has the potential to be better than Oss. So let's go ahead and send you to the minors on a rehab assignment. And see if this problem solves itself. Okay, we're sort of in first. Oh, balls. You can't play third. You know what? You're getting promoted anyway, and you're just going to play in the middle infield, and we'll shift other people around as we need to. Where did Dibzinski go? There we go. I know he's still out for a couple of days, but that's fine. Shit. Losing Madlock is a kick in the ass. Because look at the year he was having. Like, holy shit. We may have to come up with a solution to the third base problem again. Alright. A shutout for... You're still on my team? You are? No. Yeah, you're in the minors. That's whatever, dude. I could probably bring you back. Ooh, 5 hits for Stinnett. Nice. Any big changes here? Cooten start to decline a little bit. He's at that age. That's reasonable. Kate is still real good. Look at Bruce Benedict take a big step forward. That's nice. Dibzinski apparently seems to be taking well to his first major league experience. Bobby Sproul is getting better in some ways and not as good in others. We're good. Al Green has been in Aurora for a long time. Have a promotion at AA. Now, here's our $1 million question. Possibly literally. I clicked the wrong button, sorry guys. $2 million for extensions. So we have 3 choices right now about Les Kane. 1, we trade him and get what we can. 2, we keep him the rest of this season but let him go. 3, we offer him an extension. Those are our 3 choices. Trading him now is probably not going to get us much of a return. Especially because we don't really have a ready replacement for him. Trading him now makes our chances of going to and winning the World Series worse. And that is overall our goal. Letting him walk... So then it really comes between letting him walk and giving him an extension. He doesn't want a huge salary increase, but what he does want is a very long contract. And he's already 33. He's gonna collapse. And I don't want to get caught on the hook with a giant bill when he does. Would you give me... I don't know, the answer to this is probably no, but let's try it. Would you give me this deal? A 1-year extension plus 2 options. You're probably going to say no, but let's see. We're very close, actually. Take this deal, please. Nope. He wants that 30-year guaranteed. Fuck. This deal has a lot to say for it. His salary decreases over time. He's not going to love this, but he might still take it. He will take that. Interesting. I think this is reasonable. And the crux of the matter is and always will be we suck at developing pitching talent. And because we suck at it so badly, it's always going to be hard for us to replace it. So we're kind of in a situation where we have to overpay for pitching, which sucks real bad. But it's what it is. Les Kane is happy. I'm happy. The power situation seems to have mostly sorted it out. We're up to third in scoring, first in starters, fifth in bullpen. This is all reasonably acceptable. Interesting, you've taken Steve Trout out of the rotation in favor of Pete Redfern. Why? Like, Pete Redfern is demonstrably worse in every way compared to Steve Trout. Pete, congratulations. You've just earned the I'm trading this player because, God help us, my manager can't stop himself. Let's narrow it down to third base, because if I can get a nice third base pickup, even if we take on some payroll, I think it'll be worth it. Get Mike Cubbage. Mike Cubbage would be a really nice acquisition. Like, he's perfect. I know he doesn't have much in the way of power, but he's a solid hitter who gets on base. Perfect. Done. Okay. Now, we are going to need to promote a pitcher. Hello, Aussie. Problem solved there. Who do we demote here? Also obvious. Can Brookins play short? He cannot. He gets demoted. And here comes Mike Cubbage. Done. It doesn't even have that much payroll. Like, holy shit. That was one of the rare trades that was just beautiful. And now my manager has to realize he has to actually make the better pitcher pitch. Could really use a nice long 7 or 8 game winning streak. Oh, we ended his season. For a minute I had like all the Brewers with like katanas and just like butchering Willie Wilson, but that's not what happened. Which is probably for the best, since murder is illegal. Remember that, kids. Official position of Indian's channel, murder is illegal. So maybe you don't do it. That's just some advice. Take it or not. Whatever. Burt freaking Hooten. Man, Selheimer is loving his time here in A-ball. And he's 20. So I'm going to promote you to Double A. You have earned it, mi amigo. Oh, fuck. Alright. Your timing's not great, Hooten. So I've got two choices. I can put him on the DL and let him recover, which is going to hurt our short-term chances, but increase the chances he'll be ready at the end of the season. Or I don't do that, and and his arm falls off. I could just call up Bystrom, but I don't think Bystrom can handle it. I don't have a good pitching option. What if I trade Brookins? Now there's a thought. Someone's going to want Brookins to play high up in their minors. And someone might give away a pretty good rental as a starting pitcher. Because Baumgarten's okay. As a fifth starter, he wouldn't be the worst. But it's just... I think Bystrom could be decent at some point, but he needs to grow into his frame. He needs to put heat on his fastball so that he can get his strikeout rate up. If he does that, I think he'll be exceptional. Let's try to flip Brookins. Shot player. Starting pitcher. Give me what you got. Alright, so we start with Gene Garber, who has no stamina, and therefore is not really a starter anymore. Okay. Dennis Leonard has stamina, not much else. Bill Stoneman is worse than Dennis Leonard. Alright, Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver, you say? Ugh. Tom Seaver is clearly the best option. I could bring Mike Caldwell back. I don't know how good he'd be, though. Let's keep looking. Clay Kirby. Younger than Tom Seaver. Better pitcher. More expensive. But he could opt out after this season. Here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to eat some of his salary. Alright, I'm going to offer you the 50... They eat 35% of his salary, too. I mean, I'll see if you'd throw in, like, Tim Raines, but I'm pretty sure you won't. And holy shit, does Tim Raines look like shit. Damn, you ruined him, Seattle. You won't give me Brett Butler. Let's not kid ourselves. You would be moronic to do so. Also, I don't think you can trade him to me anyway. I'll just make this deal. Alright. So, immediately, I can now safely put Bert Hooton on the DL and let him recover. And I can have Clay Kirby as my fourth starter. Probably my third starter, actually. This is good. All because I would take on proposal. All because I would take on salary. Not saying I don't like Doc Medich. I'm saying I'm not going to give up a pretty talented backup catcher / featured starter. And a third baseman with a reasonable amount of talent. So I'm going to say no to that one. I didn't even know he wanted Les Kane to. Yeah, you know what? You can shut up, owner, because you can have winners or you can have cheap players, but you can't really have both. All minor leaguers get an extension. Do we want to bring Gene Mock back, or do we promote Ray Gibson, who used to be our bench coach? The thing is, he sucks at development, whereas Gene Mock is pretty good at it. He didn't get along great with everyone, but I think I am going to go ahead and give Gene Mock an extension. And Jeremy, you may continue to be my understudy. And someday hope to be 1/10 as awesome as I am. The damn Yankees won't go away. They've been sniffing the top of the roster quite a bit, the top of the standings quite a bit. God damn it, Larry. Les Kane made it, Bert Hooton made it, J.R. Richard made it. Bill Madlock made it, despite the fact he's been injured most of the year, and so did Terry Poole. No Carlton Fisk? Why not? Carlton's not having a great year, if I'm honest with you. I think his career might be nearing its end. Yeah. Maddox is the biggest weakness on this team. Oscar Gamble's having a shitty year, too. Which means there's room for this team to heat up after the All-Star break. Because the only hitter who's hitting about his capacity is Wayne Gross. This is pretty much a Wayne Gross season. He hits right around 250, hits a fair number of homers, and strikes out a bunch. That's what you expect. Mike Cubbage could also be hitting better too. So I think there is a fair bit of room for our offense to improve. I think as we start to gel a little bit better. Is there a team chemistry issue? We don't have a team captain. Elliot Max is disruptive? I didn't know that. Okay, if I traded Elliot Maddox, who would be my starting center fielder? Probably Simpson, who can't really hit that well. Although he's hitting okay for us. Here's what we're going to do. Trading block. Oh my god, Mike Schmidt's available. I don't think this can happen. I think this is an absolute non-starter. Yeah, that's fair. Bill North gets on base and plays real good center field. And he's also fairly cheap. So he's basically a better version of Maddox. Bake them away, toys. Bake them away. Oh god, you can't afford Maddox. Fuck, I'd have to basically take on a bad deal. I would take Bake McBride if he was healthy, but he's not. Here we go. Position. Center field. Bobby Bonds can't really play center. He's at least a really good center fielder. It shouldn't be hard to acquire him either. If I gave you Elliot Maddox, would you make this deal? I know I'm taking a lot less in offense, but I'm also getting a much better center fielder. Actually, Max isn't that bad. I could only trade him for a true upgrade at center field, and the only one that's available is Bill North, and Chicago can't afford to trade him. And Rick Monday can't play center, and Gene Heiser's a terrible center fielder. What else do you have on your roster? I take Cal Ripken Jr. No, you're not going to give me Cal Ripken. Would you give me Dave Stewart? If I also took Bobby... No, even Bobby Bonds is cheap. Who the hell is making all of your money? Like, where is your sink? Where's your money sink? Bob Knepper, sure. I will keep enough of his salary to make the salary neutral. And there's no one I could throw into the deal to make it work. That's fair. What if I drop Dave Stewart and increase the amount that I keep from Elliott? Okay, if I just eat 65% of Maddox's salary, you'll give me Bill North. But then he's only a one-year guy. No, I'm just going to keep Maddox. I know he's the worst hitter on the team. But there's no clear upgrade that's available. And I don't have an internal upgrade either. I think we're better off just keeping the players we've got for right now and expecting them to do better. Gamble should hit better. Winfield should hit better. Fisk should hit better. These are all players that we should assume to basically start hitting better once we get a chance. We're going to get Bill Madlock back soon. It's going to make an interesting crunch that we're going to have to solve when... Because I don't want to get rid of Cubbage. But maybe we have... maybe we figure something out in a bit. Okay, we need a sustained run of success. We need like 5 or 6 wins in a row. Hey, look, the Cubbage problem solved itself. Stinnett is out for the next few weeks, so Cubbage can shift to second, and then when Madlock is healthy, he can play third. And we are still not sure when Bert Hooton's shoulder is going to get better. For right now, that's not the end of the world. Bill Madlock being back is going to be a massive upgrade to this offense. A trade proposal, you say? Steve Trout made you humble. I really don't need another pitcher. I understand the attractiveness of Bruce Benedict, but especially when Fisk is kind of not hitting anymore, I need Benedict on my team. Because he's probably going to be the starting catcher in a year or two. Why? Oscar. He might be back for the playoffs, but probably not. I really gotta promote Moats? No. I shouldn't have to do that. No. God damn it, Oscar. Why are you such a butthole? There are no good free agents. Larry Heil's not. Fuck it, I will sign Larry Heil. Done. I'm literally giving you what you asked for, but sure, have a $100,000 signing bonus. And the moment you sign, I will literally put you right on the roster. Because I really don't want Dave Winfield playing left field. I don't think he can handle it super well. Hey, we got Bert Hooton back. Is Steve Trott having a great year? He's doing okay. You know what? Let's send a show to AAA and then let Hooton have his rotation spot back. And that way, hopefully, he can improve a bit while we wait. And things are happening here. I'm not seeing anything too dramatic, but things are definitely happening. Jose Moreno is having a good year. Fine, have a promotion. Scott Meyer got the best hitter of the month, despite the fact he hit 207. That is a shitty, shitty league. Don McCormick. You know what? You've earned a promotion to Aurora. Congratulations, my friend. And Bill Cowdill. You can go to AA. Larry Heil. Oh, thank goodness. Please come to the majors. We will give you cookies, and it'll be great. Delicious cookies. All right. Guys, we need to put together a fucking winning streak, and we keep losing. Please don't do that. How long is Dibzinski out for? 2 weeks. Excellent. Poor guy. Twisted ankle. Come on, Baxternet. He's eligible to come back. Well, he's also eligible to go to AAA. So that's where he's going. Okay. All right. We have a bit of a lead on the Yankees this year. Nice work, Kirby. Yeah, that Ricky Henderson guy is pretty good. A couple of shutouts for show. Let him get his confidence back. Number one batter is Don McCormick. Again, wow. Scott Meyer hits 172 and is hitter of the month. Really? Okay, Pedro Hernandez is legit hitting well. And he's hit well his second year in Butler. Enjoy your time in Class A. You've earned it. Like, I'm literally the only person who apparently plays baseball, apparently, so I am hitter of the month by default. There we go. We needed this nice winning streak, and we've gotten it. We've already clinched the playoffs. We're back. And Oscar Gamble's ready. Oh, Oscar, my friend. Your timing is impeccable. Let's try to fill this roster. All right, Eric Show, back from the minors. Sproul, come on back. Dibzinski, sure. Lynch has gotten taller, but still hasn't put on enough weight to really hasn't built any power. I'm gonna shortlist you. Oh, you're already shortlisted. Okay, he's likable, so that's fun. Yeah, everyone else I would bring up would probably make this. Baumgarten can come up. See how he handles things. Okay. Let's just go up to the end of the regular season. And there we go. .200 wins for Bert Hooton. Congratulations, Bert. Player development. How people looking? Slayback's a bit worse. Sarmiento's a bit better. Hume is better. Hooton is better. Aquisto's better. Fisk is somewhat better. Cubbage is a fair bit better. Heil is not. Eric Show improved his movement, but is otherwise unimpressive. Alright, let's finish the regular season. And let's go to start of the playoffs. Let's review the team. What went well this year? Nobody's ceiling was as high as it was last year. But I think we got more valuable contributions from a wider range of players. It wasn't one or two players dominating. It was a team effort. Carlton Fisk turned in another good season. His power's down, though. This is a bit of a worrying trend. This could just be the 79 was his career year, and this is just his twilight. And his twilight's still pretty good if he's producing 5 WAR. But that could be better. Winfield had a pretty solid year. Maybe not perfect, but a nice piece to the offensive puzzle. Bill Madlock, despite not playing the whole year, still turned in an excellent season. One of our best free agent acquisitions, I feel. Chris Spire just stopped hitting this year, but still was real good with the glove, so hooray. Holy shit. He might get a gold glove this year. Which also, by the way, there's actually the perfect time for him to have a bad year with the bat, because it increases the chance that he's not going to opt out of his contract. So thank you, Chris. Poole did have a bit of a crash to earth, but was still very productive this year. Trading a little bit with the bat for a little more with the glove, it seems. And he got smarter about base running, too, which also helped. And let's be honest, it was never realistic to assume that Terry Poole would produce 7 win seasons every year. This is still pretty good. This is still a perfectly acceptable season. Wayne grossed it again. Slightly better than last year. Mostly because he improved his ability to take walks and cut his strikeout rate. Pretty substantially, actually. This could be, again, genuine growth rather than a random improvement. It looks like he put the ball into play a little bit more. I bet if his BABIP was better, we would have had a really great season out of him. I bet his BABIP was kind of shit. No, He's always kind of not been a great hitter when he puts it in play. Huh. He was a really good base runner this year. Adding a new facet to his game. Well done, Wayne. Mike Cubbage has been a nice little acquisition for the team. He filled in at a bunch of spots and hit capably. And we've got him for another year at dirt cheap. Elliot Maddox, I'm not bringing you back. You are literally coasting off of reputation at this point, and the fact that you don't make a lot of mistakes in center field. Oscar Gamble wasn't very healthy this year, and neither was Stinnett. Pitching-wise, Hooten, Kirby, Kane, Richard were all real good. Slayback had an excellent year as the closer, and then we got meaningful contributions from most of the rest of the team, which is good. All right, so we're going to set our playoff roster. Let's take a quick look. If I have Winfield, I don't need Heil, so I'm going to take you off the playoff roster. D'Acquisto kind of sucked this year. You're coming off the roster, and I'm going to add Sarmiento. Oh, I see the issue. I don't need 5 starters. I can definitely go with 10 pitchers. Yeah, let's go ahead and put Heil back on. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. It's going to be our pitching staff that needs to come through for once. Closing my eyes. God damn it, Kansas City. Would you guys realize that you're supposed to get swept? Just stop. Oh, look. Everyone stopped hitting. It's our favorite thing to do in the playoffs. Just not hit baseballs. God damn it. Guys, we cannot have low-scoring games. We can't. Those are games we lose. I need you all to hit baseballs very, very hard, very, very frequently. That is the key to our success and has been all year. And that's it. God damn it. Why does this happen every freaking year? Every year we make it to the playoffs and we just stop hitting. One fucking homer. Gorman Thomas alone had more power than the rest of our team. What is with this engine? Why do you randomly say that a team that hit lots of homers during there just stops hitting them as soon as the playoffs start? Come on. Just one bloody season. Be fucking realistic. I get that the Royals were the best offense in the majors, or in the AL. I'm not knocking them. I'm saying that the number 3 freaking offense, who was, let's check, 4th in homers, should hit maybe more than one bloody home run the entire damn series. What is with this game? Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we not hitting home runs when the playoffs start? It doesn't make sense to me. We have some of the best home run hitters in the majors, and then we just don't hit home runs when the playoffs start. I don't know, guys. This is getting real old. This is getting real damn old. Alright. let's see who wins the World Series this year. Something has to give. This can't keep happening where the team just stops hitting once the playoffs start. Because it doesn't make any damn sense. It really doesn't. And Spire did end up opt out of his contract. Well, that's lovely. So we have things to discuss when the next episode starts. But guys, I don't know. I'm so tired of making the playoffs and getting bounced in the first round because we don't hit. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And even allowing for the fact that the best pitchers pitch the most in the playoffs, there's still no earthly reason for a team that hit 100 homers in 162 games to hit 1 homer in 5 games. We'll see what happens next episode. I am not a happy guy right now. Anyway. Clay Kirby's coming back. Elliot Maddox, you're voided. Spire opted out. Chris, this was a really stupid decision on your part. Just a magnificently stupid decision that we're going to deal with next episode. I'm so salty right now. We're the 1990s Braves, except we haven't had our 1995 yet. Where we just dominate over a long period. And we keep getting better. I keep finding ways to patch holes during the season. I am doing everything I can as a general manager. The players seem to suck less. Until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching. And I bid you good day.